Welcome back to my Sunshine Kitchen. Today I am sharing a raw vegan cheesecake recipe that will blow your mind. It's so delicious and so luxurious you won't believe it's not cheesecake. But bonus, it's really nutritious too. It's loaded with vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, fiber, loads of protein, healthy fats, oats, but it's oil-free, refined sugar-free, gluten-free. It's so good for you, but tastes so amazing. This cheesecake is raw, so there's no loss in any nutrition, and it's just dreamy. This cheesecake will make you fall in love with this dessert, and I'm certain if you make it once, you'll make it again and again. My husband's a harsh critic, and this instantly got a 10 out of 10. How have you made cheesecake without cheese? This is incredible. So make this cheesecake this weekend, no excuses. You deserve this delicious, luxurious cheesecake that is crazily nutritious. If you enjoyed today's recipe video, please give me the thumbs up. And if you plan to make this dreamy, luxurious cheesecake, let me know in the comments below. Now to make this delight. It is way easier than you'd think, but you do want to make this cheesecake the day before or start it on the morning, because each of the layers you need to freeze before adding the next layer. And you must soak your cashews for 24 hours before starting this recipe, because this makes them the creamiest, most luxurious for that cream cheese layer. It is simple to make, and trust me, it is so worth it. Just make it. We need to start by making the biscuity base, which tastes so good. We need 1.5 cups of walnuts. They're high in protein, they give the crust some healthy fats, and they taste so good. 1.5 cups of oats is fantastic for this crumble layer and so nutritious. 1/2 cup of desiccated coconut for a gorgeous sweetness, and a heaped cup of dates. Approximately 20 regular sized dates, and that is it. Let's get this blended. My blender is not the highest power blender, but if I use the pulse setting, it works fantastically. First, I like to pulse the walnuts, and then I add in the oats. Pulse the oats, and then I add the desiccated coconut. When this is nice and blended, I add my dates. If you want to help your dates out a little bit, chop them with a pair of scissors before you add them to your blender. I also like to stir the mix in the blender with a chopstick between some pulses. We need to add no oil because the walnuts are naturally oily enough. When it looks like this, all crumbly yet sticky, it's ready. Mix the crumble base in a separate bowl and make sure to break up any lumps and clumps. See how nutritious and protein rich the base is? Yet it tastes so fabulous. Today I'm making one large sharing cheesecake, which is fantastic for some special occasions. Closer to the holiday season, I will share my party, different flavored mini cheesecakes. Actually, let me know in the comments below, what are your favorite flavors of cheesecake, and I'll make sure I recreate these. I'm using a 9" by 9" springform love heart shaped cake tin. I've lined the base and the sides of my springform cake tin with grease-proof paper so the cheesecake comes out like a dream. And now just press the crumble mix into the bottom of the cake pan, really nice and firm. Pack it tight. That's the biscuit layer complete. Let's put it in the freezer for 20 minutes and get on with the next layer. While the base is setting, let's make the most amazing creamy and light cashew cheese filling, which is actually really simple. I love this luxurious cream cheese layer to have a citrus sting. If vanilla's more your vibe, add some vanilla essence. Add to your cleaned blender 300 grams, 2 cups of raw cashews that have soaked for 24 hours. Now they're soaked, they will have expanded and they will create a lot more than 2 cups. 1 400 milliliter tin of coconut milk, 1/2 cup of lemon juice, 6 tablespoons of agave. I love agave rather than maple syrup. It has more of a honey-like flavor, and 2 packed tablespoons of lemon zest, or add vanilla if that's your flavor. And blend and blend and blend for a few minutes until it's gorgeous and creamy and light. This cream cheese layer is a taste sensation, and it is so smooth. You'll be amazed how smooth it is. Plus, it's really high in protein. Pour this gorgeous cashew cheese carefully and evenly over the base and put it back in the freezer for 2 hours. You now need to try and keep the cheesecake extremely flat, not on an angle at all. Make sure it's flat in the freezer because this layer will set exactly as you put it. This mix is so luxurious and delicious. This cheesecake is just incredible. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up and make sure you subscribe with your notifications turned on. I have so many delicious desserts and recipes for the holiday seasons coming up. While the cheese layer is setting, I get my frozen fruit out of the freezer. To let it slowly thaw, I'm using 600 grams of mixed berries. It's 2 hours on and the cream cheese layer has fully set. It's time to make the gorgeous fruit layer. We're making a berry chia jam. It is delicious, the texture is gorgeous, it's fruity, it's sweet, it's so delightful. And berries give you lots of energy, they're loaded with vitamins, minerals and antioxidants. Back to the blender, add the 600 grams of mixed berries, 5 tablespoons of chia seeds, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 4 tablespoons of agave, and that's it. Blend this gorgeous fruity mix for a few minutes. Then let the berry jam set for 5 minutes. The chia seeds will expand with the water and make the mixture lovely and thick. Let's add this healthy berry jam to the cheesecake. How beautiful does this look? It smells and it tastes amazing. I love a big cheesecake to share on special occasions. I perfected this recipe last month as cheesecake reminds me of when me and my husband were a very young couple. We would buy a cheesecake from Tesco's for £1 as a Friday night treat. So I thought for our 11th wedding anniversary last month, this was the perfect dessert to veganize and recreate. Now the cheesecake is fully made. Place the cheesecake very flat in the freezer for 4 hours and then it's perfect. You'll want to remove the cheesecake for an hour or so before serving so it can defrost and be beautifully creamy. The springform cake tin is so helpful. Serve like this or add some fresh fruit to the top. Make this cheesecake recipe, you'll be so happy you did, and anyone you share it with will love it too. If you've enjoyed today's recipe video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment if you plan to make this recipe, and make sure you subscribe with your notifications turned on so you don't miss future recipe videos and vegan dessert recipe videos. The next dessert I plan to share with you next month is a vegan baklava. If you don't know the Greek baklava, it is the most gorgeous sharing recipe. It's not as nutritious as today's recipe, but it's so delightful. You'll love it. Until next time, if you haven't already, check out my chocolate fudge brownies. I make these every week as our sweet treat after dinner. Thank you so much for joining me today. Like, comment and subscribe, and have a delicious, tasty, healthy week. Bye. I'm all up in that love.